lifestyle channel.
Molweni guys, I hope y'all are good. Yo, I have finally decided to do a story time. Oh guys, I've been wanting to do it, but I've been postponing it, because kuningi, it's a lot, but I feel it's a story that needs to be told. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot, but I mean, we all about stories, sharing what we've gone through and hoping that the next person will also draw strength from that, as well as be given hope. And yeah, okay, so guys, where do I start? Okay, let me just start from the beginning. So the beginning of the story is that a couple of months ago, I got an email, like an urgent email from my boss, and it stated that I needed to get into a meeting, like urgently, I think in the afternoon of that day, right? And I remember I was doing training and I was like, this is like a serious training, I can't even skip it, I kind of have to be here. And I remember texting him and I was like, boss, can I please miss this meeting? And he was like, no, it's urgent and everyone has to attend this meeting. So I was like, okay, fine, let me just go into the meeting. So 2 o'clock came, we went into the meeting. And I remember before I went into the meeting, I felt like all anxious and stuff. Like I felt like it can't into off. But anyways, I went into the meeting and yeah, my gut feeling was right, guys. So we got told that the company is going through a lot, there's gonna be retrenchments, no renewal of contracts, no new employment, no nothing, basically, because kuningi, yabo. And there and then I froze, guys. I froze and I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember we were shown the current organogram and the new organogram. And on that new one, my role did not even exist. Like, it was just not there. It was so clear, like, that I'm not gonna have a job. A lot of things went through my mind. I was frustrated, I was scared, and yeah. And then I remember going back into the training. I just couldn't concentrate, guys. Like, literally, I was just there, but I just could not concentrate because ingqondo yam ibizula, and I was trying so hard to come up with, to rather digest what I have just been told, to come up with solutions, of which I knew that the solutions were not gonna come like on that day. So I then obviously, like, I just got frustrated and I cried, but there was one thing I told myself. I was like, I'll allow myself to cry, but I'm not gonna allow myself to get into a dark space or into depression, because that space is not easy to get out of and it takes a lot from you. So I was trying so hard, but Ndoni, accept this process and deal with it. And that's exactly what I did. I tried dealing with it. I remember being so scared to tell my mom, because my mom uniswekile, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how is she gonna take everything? And but I was like, mandimxelele. So I told her, and the funny thing is, her response was not what I expected, because I was expecting umdu like uzombonba frats and stuff, but she was actually very positive, and she was like, mntanam, take it as though bana uselivini, yabo, uzayithatha as though ba uselivini. And also what she said to me was that xana kuvaleka one door, there's something bigger that's coming and another door is gonna open. And I think those are some of the words that kept me going, and as ndenze ndibe ngathi ndiya andiyazi man ndiba fine, yabo. So yeah, and I think the next step that I did was to literally every person, like every random person, not even like my close people, every random person I'll share this with, but hey guys, this and this and this is happening. I remember like reaching out to my former employers, but hey guys, when there's something, ukubone, remember me, yabo. So ndabangulo mntu ke guys, and yeah man, I think I quickly kind of dealt with it, because I think by talking about it, ibiye incedise londo. I was just literally just talking about it, and I was like, okay, Shab, I'm not as bad. But I would get those days where it's like, oh my gosh, ndenze ntoni kubani. It would just come and I would just want to cry and ndibe rongo, ne? And there was one thing in Pinendaslela Yonandati Sianda, okay, Shapu, you're going through this. But in Dongazoyenza Kusola Utiko, you're not gonna ask God, but Ibo God, why are you not on my side? Why are you doing this to me? Kwatini? Because also keep in mind, I've recently moved the side. I mean, it's like been 9 months, Dilapa, and now possibly I have to go back, you know. Like, how do I deal with all of that? There's Elise, there's this, there's that, you know. A lot was just going through my mind, but I was like, yes, Ndoni, take it one step at a time. And unfortunately, as in Izindo, you can't really share with your friends or whatever, because they're not gonna relate. I also understand that because they're not in this situation. So I had to deal with certain things ngokwam, ndizimele ngokwam, ndiyazi uba okay mandithi, let me take this decision, let me do this, and then I'd reach out to 1 or 2 people, like the older people that can advise me better, yabo. So yeah, lahambe ixesha guys, and literally I was applying like a mad person, like the applier every day. And the funny thing is, the positions were there, posts were there, like I would be getting posts from people and the apply, so I would be applying, hey, but because responses. And I remember telling one of my friends, we regret to inform you ukubona you haven't been taken okanye ubizwe or something, but like it was just so quiet, and then ndicinga uba ndizayithini le nto guys, ndizayithini, because ekugqibeleni we are adults and we've got responsibilities. And unfortunately, when such a thing happens, like uvele your mind just goes crazy, awuyazi buzothini, yabo. So I remember I went on LinkedIn, I fixed my profile there, dingulo mntu googlisha every day guys in Kangela, until I found something on LinkedIn. Because okay, so I've studied a BSc environmental management, and then I majored in statistics, GIS and environmental, of which I've been working a lot on the GIS side. So I found something on environmental management, so I was like, okay, I mean, I've got a bit of knowledge of this and a bit of experience, so why not, let me apply. So in the apply clear position, and I think it was in Durban, and I was at a point where I'm like, yes, Indoni, I don't care where I end up, but in the phone is to have a job. So I then applied. Then I even forgot that I had applied, and then me keeping on applying, reaching out to people, yonke londo, yabo, and just trying to think about what can I do with myself, yabo. And I remember this was in August, and then sometime in September, I then got a call, and I remember like who's calling. So I'm like, I remember man le company. So they called me, but are you aware that you've got an interview? Like, interview, nah? No, I'm not aware, because I was not called. She's like, no, I sent an email, like an invite. I'm like, no, I did not get that. And then they were like, oh well, you've got an invite. This is like Tuesday now. You've got an invite on Friday for an interview. I'm like, yo, where is it? It's in East London. Hey, oh baby girl, OP, and it's Tuesday. So and then the first thing I'm like, okay, let me check the flights. yabe ila weekend inkulu, iflight zabe sithi 3.2. Ndaqoma kule meko ndikuyo ayenze 3.2 ke sweetie. So I was like, okay, let me put the flight story aside. And then I thought of driving. I'm like, if I drive home this week, in about 2 weeks time or a week and a half, I'm gonna have to drive again. The fatigue kumu, mileage moto yam, petrol is not that bad because you have lingana ne bus. So I ended up checking for a bus and I got a bus. So I had to leave the Wednesday and then got there the Thursday. So when I got there Thursday, obviously now I had to study because I mean, if you are in the environmental industry, you will know it entails a lot of acts and all these legislations and regulations and blah blah. So I had to study, and it had been a while since I had gone through all my stuff. So dabangomntu ofundayo guys, ndafunda. I went to the interview. It went so well. Like I did so well ka interview. Ndathi xa ndiphumayo I knew ba yabona le ndifumene yabo. Ndaphuma and okay, continued with my life, and then I then came back this side. So ndibuye kungabikho nto, and one random day I was like checking for, I don't know what I was doing with bag yam. I was checking my cards and stuff. I realized that my license is missing. So I thought that maybe ndishiye ekhaya yabo. But I was like, man, can't coupe. I checked for it, guys. I checked for it, and it was not there. Guys, ayikho. Ndakhangela kwisofa ndaklina uziqonde ngalamini because I was just looking for this license and it just disappeared. And I think that's one of the triggers is antrikarisha ngalamini. I was like, Tiko, you know that I firstly need a license yam. Secondly, you know that I don't even have the money. Like, I need extra money pen and license at this point in my life. And another thing, and Kataza, was that, you know, we get paid on the 25th. The 25th came. I was on game 17, you get paid on the last day. The 25 guys, yeah, and DP, I was at home. Imagine thinking that you're gonna be paid on a particular day and you're home and you're gonna make it rain because of corner. Sweetie, you have a bank balance like 31 rand. Yeva? Hey, your bank balance of 90 31 rand. Ndaqoma he ndamxelela mama ndathi ayi mama sana ayipophi nabizopopha ngemonth end imali yabo. And that also hurt me. I was like, it's not nice, guys. It's honestly not nice. But I was like, okay, it is what it is. I can't change it. And I fumana, guys, a license, and I had to go redo a new one. In the lion. Actually, no, not a new one. I did a temporary license. And then I remember on Tuesday, my last day was Friday. My last day of work was the Friday. So on the Tuesday, I then get an email. And they offering me that job. So I'm excited. I'm over the moon, sweetheart. Over the moon. I'm like, God onjani. Like, that's God onjani, ne? And then I remember though what I did the previous day before I got called for the interview. The previous day, I was reading this other book, It's Your Time. You know that book? It's one of the books that, like, in Pagamisayo, Kakunzima, Dingazazi no Mantini, Ebona, it's one of those books. So I was reading that book, Adversity. It says that when you're going through such a time, like when you're going through challenges, like a whole lot of things is in the tini, somehow impendulo ipaya, and you must pray bold prayers. Do you know what's a bold prayer? A bold prayer is you saying, God, I've been praying, kudala, yes, I've been praying, and at this point 101% I am trusting you that le into ndikuxelela yona uzandenzela. That's you telling God what you want. So like for example, if let's say you want to get married, you say, God, I want to get married to ubani, and uzawuyenza yenzeke loo nto because it's what you have placed in my heart, yebo. So I did the same. That God, ndizawufumana umsebenzi ngo-October because sonke sithandaza kuwe, and you know I've been praying for this one, like you are well aware. Ndamxelela uThixo, guys, that night. And the nice thing is that I wrote it down. I'm gonna insert the note that I wrote. So I wrote it down. Ndayibhala uba Thixo, this and this and this and this. Then the following day that happened, and I was like, wow. And then that's when I was kind of like convinced, because no man, this could be a potential job, because denze lendo ndathandaza kwati, and suddenly now there's an interview. Then fast forward to me getting my contract, you know, and I went through my contract, and the one I was ecstatic that Jonga, sweet India Pangela, and where it's in East London, my family is that side, everything in Itanda is that side. So I was like, ooh, you know. Then we came down to the part, your salary. And what I then discovered was that the salary that they put is not per hour, it is per day. And I was like, ndahlala ndayibala per day. And I was like, yo, haibo. Now this is a bit of a challenge, but you know what? Because I was in a position where ubana Sianda, you are not working, and uzohlala kowenu, you know. I was like, I'm taking this job, and this job is a song uThixo, and uThixo is testing me once again. Because if I was someone else, I could have said, I'm not taking this entry level of a position or of a job, whereas I don't know how many how many years I've been working, you know. But I was like, I'm taking it, God. They sign a contract, guys, and ndayihambisa ndabasendela ndathi I'm taking it. And the start date is the 2nd of October. Now I had to rush everything. I had to organize my moving up, I had to organize my traveling yonke lando. You have a very fast. Just tell Elba the weekend I have to go, so that Monday your second in the Kali. And okay, Shapa Kwabi Kondo, I did that, guys. I did that. And then and it was the Friday where I had to now return the equipment, because it's my last day. And I did just that. I got to work, dropped off my things, and we had like a little cute farewell from our colleagues. It was so beautiful, guys. And hey, something odd happened. I'm a very emotional person, by the way. It's like I cry. I didn't cry, like, and I didn't feel and I didn't have that. And I was like, this is very odd. But at the same time, did you know about it's because I'm gonna be working, I'm still gonna be reporting somewhere, you know, Payamont. And then none colleagues we decided to go have lunch. You know, it's our last time together, so the least we can do is to just have lunch and just catch up and, you know, say our goodbyes. So yeah, we're chilling there, Silondo, guys, and Sati Sahleli yakhala ifoni umphathi wami is like, dude, reappointing you for ixesha elithile, you're gonna be working again. Guys, I could not believe it. And you know what, I was like, uThixo usebenza ngendlela zakhe. I accepted his offer. I was like, I'm taking this one rather than that one, because Paya, not that kwatini, but like I knew bandi azigcinisa phaya until I get something that I'm comfortable with, you know. And ndizama ukuthi guys, uThixo is something else. uThixo uyasisebenzela and uThixo usebenza emfihlakalweni. When you least expected, uThixo shows up. He showed up kuthi kwi-11th hour, like xa usoqoma hayi ngoku it's over, but that's when he showed up. Wasibonakalisa uba I am bigger than you. I've always been bigger than you. I am bigger than your problems. The problems that you are enduring and you are going through, the stresses thina besizistressa ngayo, yena he had the bigger plan because uyayazi. So I feel uThixo in the past month has been amazing in my life. Yes, it was one of the hardest months ever for me, but uThixo showed up. I'll just share a few things that happened in my life during September. So what happened was, out of the blue, like the little things in to me, they're big, guys. And I think I'm one of those people who appreciate, like, you can give me a sweet, I'll appreciate and I will write about it and I will talk about it, you know. Just chilling. Oh no, I was working. Then a colleague of mine is like, would you like a gift? And I'm like, a gift? For what? I don't know, would you like a gift? I'm like, yes. I don't know, I've got a gift voucher from Tontoni. I'm giving it to you. You can buy whatever that you want. Aibo. Hey, baby girl. Sana ndangena kula website ndatenga. I inserted a button and I bought myself a nice little speaker. And that speaker was like 400 and something. Ubano vukaya the like P7 400 and something. Unexpectedly. And I was like, oh my God, you know. And the second part that really, hey, guys, so I'm obviously supposed to move, gotten. I'm just not gonna get into depth as to what happened, but I'm supposed to move, and obviously I'm gonna forfeit my deposit. I'm gonna forfeit 2 months. Hey, means my lens I lose her, but I know it's I won't even say it, but I was just gonna lose a lot of money. And the agent is approached me guys. I ended up saving rent yenyanga one kuyo yonke lonto yeva, and wabesithi lo mntu bana, like, I just feel so sorry for you, like ndikuvela kabuhlungu, so ndiqoma anokwazi. Hey guys, ndaqoma hayibo ndenze ntoni kubani. This person does not know me, undivela ubuhlungu xa bekutheni, yayiva. So I was like, no guys, imisebenzi kaThixo leyo, you know. And then the day after or before I did my license, a good friend of mine, like, and checkish, but are you okay? Because I'm like, no, I'm good. And she's like, are you sure? I'll need imali. Guys, kubana vela kubos ba I'll need imali. Ata ufuni imali, I'll need imali. Don't you need money? Because nowadays, guys, asinabo ubuntu anymore. So, andiyazi man, uThixo has just been working for me mna, and abantu are just like so nice to me, and I'm just so grateful for that, you know. And then another friend of mine, yavela yandit ngemali sana yad nansi 200 ndayifaka apha nayo ibhalile. Guys, ndine receipts, like ndingumntu receipts, but again, it's just me trying to say, like, so guys, like, don't give up on yourself and don't allow yourself to be in a funny situation. Yes, in most situations we are not in control of, like, for instance, what I'm going through or what happened to me, I could not control that. And that's why I'm saying that ewe bendiba right ixesha elininzi, but ixesha elininzi bendingabi right, but I wouldn't show it out there. I would be crying alone, and the one thing bendiye ndiqomba, hey, I don't wanna cry like andinathemba. I don't wanna complain like andinathemba, because the minute I do that, ndizama ukuthi uThixo is not doing his job. Ouch. Yet uThixo is doing his job. uThixo usebenza emfihlakalweni, and that's exactly what he did. I could have said, but God, akho nto ndingakwenzeli yona, ndiyathi akho nto ndithentheni, yayiva ndimkhalazi ndithi wena God unguGod ongekho faithful. Imagine if I had done that. And I can assure you, if I had done that, I was gonna delay my breakthrough, and I was gonna prolong the situation that I'm in, the situation that I was in, you know. So what I'm trying to say is, let us remain kubawo, guys, masithandazeni, and let us pray those bold prayers. Mxelele, baby, mxelele uba Thixo ndicela into ethile, and once umxelele, then believe. You can't ask God for something and then not believe. Have faith that uzoyenza. Yes, it might not be at the time that you want it to happen. It might not be ngala nyanga uyifuna ngayo, kanye kaloku thina sometimes sithandaza sithi desperate. So thandaza and wait. But when you're waiting in prayer, be believing. Like, have this thing, and once you believe it, God is gonna do it. And guys, remember, everything that we have in our hearts has been placed by God. It's literally just a matter of us waiting, and a matter of us continuing to pray and saying, God, you are a God of our gods. Gods zasemhlabeni, gods zaphi, but you are the main God, you know. So guys, all I want to say is ningamncami uThixo, and nasoze ndimncame guys uThixo. I'll never. He has done amazingly well in my life. He has given me so many chances. He has given me a whole lot of things that ending I feel it should be like I deserve them, but he gives me, and I'm not. And he hasn't got special. I'm just a normal human being. I make the same mistakes that you guys make. But the one thing that I do, I pray. I pray in the darkest hours, Nasana, in the middle of the ungodly hours. Ngo 3, ngo 12, ngo bani ndiyavuka, ndithandaze, because inkulu into endimthembe ngayo uThixo. I'm just gonna wrap it, guys. Andifuna ungathi ndingumshumayeli, andingomfazi wenceko, andingobani. I'm just a human being, but I've got a story to tell. And I just want everyone who is going through the most to remain in prayer and to seek the Almighty. And even when he has done what you've been requesting, or what you've been praying for, or what you've been trusting him for, don't shift. Hlala kuye. Hlala kubawo, guys. Kumnandi, kukubi. Hlala kubawo, because nguye, guys. Like nguye umzali wethu, nguye into yonke yethu. So I just felt like I should share this story. I've been wanting to share this story, but bekubanzima, guys. I need to be honest. Bekubanzima. Like, yeah, when you are going through something, it's not as easy as, yeah. So yeah, guys, that has been my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, thank you so much.